What's going on, everybody? Welcome to some more videos, and I'm here bringing you another tutorial slash guide for beginners. Last time I made a video explaining how to get into the game, picking a character, and went over briefly on how to get better at the game. But people have been asking me recently, all right, how do I get better? What do I need to look for? What do I need to improve on? And what do I need to do to get into this game and get better at it? So I made a video, which is what you're watching right now, on how to, or like the top 5 tools that you really need to play this game like really consistently and actually be good at this game as well. So I figured out 5 different tools that you will need to actually get really good at this game. And I think these 5 tools that I'm about to tell you guys are pretty essential to learning the game of Blazblue and actually becoming a prominent Blazblue player. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know if you guys want to see any more guides slash tutorials. I've been thinking about doing a game mechanics one, going over all the game mechanics. Even though there is a tutorial in Blazblue, I wanted to go over it myself because, you know, it's different from when someone actually tells you and gives you real life scenarios on where to use these game mechanics that they explain to you in the actual game. So hopefully you guys enjoy the guide, and if you guys have anybody that, if you are into Blazblue, you guys have anybody that wants to get into Blazblue and wants, you know, to get better at Blazblue, just refer them over to this video. If I have missed anything, let me know. Of course, follow me on Twitter if you guys want to talk to me or have any suggestions, or if I missed anything in the video, feel free to leave a like and subscribe for more content like this. Anyways, guys, I'm out of here. Enjoy the video, guys. All right, my boys, we are in here in the lab with Jin. I'm going to be showing you guys the 5 tools now. We're going to be doing this live, raw, non-edited, so I can get some face-to-face action with you guys. Now, if you guys have any questions or anything like that, feel free to contact me on Twitter. Or I don't think the comment section below is a good place to do it. I don't really answer too much in the comment section below, unfortunately. But I do answer everything that comes my way on Twitter. So if you guys have any questions, even after this video is done, feel free to contact me or contact your local Blazblue player. So anyways, let's get right into it. The 5 tools needed to actually do well in Blazblue. Of course, you can always mash away and do whatever you want and get, you know, hits randomly, but you could also play with finesse, and you could also be considered a pretty decent player once you know these 5 tools with your character. Now, in the end, it's all up to you if you want to go into the lab and play this game and learn these tools for your individual character, okay? It's still up to you. I can tell you these things and you can still be, you know, mashing away. In the end, like I said, it's all up to you guys. So if you guys do want to get better at this game and are having a hard time in the beginning what to learn in this game and everything, I'm about to show you right now. So good luck, everybody. Let's actually get right into this, okay? Now there's 5 tools, like I said. I'm gonna be switching characters between every tool. So let's just get right into it. So the first tool that you'll definitely need is combos. Of course, everyone knows that combos is going to be very important. You go into the training lab and figure out your character's combos. With Jin, it's pretty easy. Just do 5B, you know, like very simple. It doesn't even have to be anything special. Anything will work. That combo, you can do an overhead combo. Just make sure that when you learn a combo with your character, don't get too overwhelmed with a combo that you can't do first time. Just stick with a combo that you can land consistently. You get it every time, 10 times in a row on one side. And then after you're done with that, you have to do it 10 times in a row on the other side, because you're going to need to use this combo at any given moment. All right. Now, this could also be with like overhead combos, like I said, or like if you go into overdrive, or if you want to RC, go like that. You know, like any kind of combo, you just need to have a consistent combo that you can trust, okay? Mid-screen and corner combo, because corner combos, you know, you can actually have different kind of combos in the corner and the mid-screen, but that's definitely a big thing that you guys need to learn with your character. Individual character. Find a combo, find 2, find 3 combos, but make sure you can do them consistently, and that when you go online, you don't drop them. So that's going to be that. And then after that, after you get done with your character, you kind of have experience playing online, you know, with your combo. You can start expanding your combos and start practicing those so you can get optimal damage and all that good stuff. Don't worry about optimal damage from the get-go, because you're going to end up dropping it as soon as you go online. So stick to a combo that you guys can learn. That's consistent. You won't drop it at any given moment. 10 times on the left side, 10 times on the right side. The second tool that you'll be needing is approaching. Now, approaching can be very different with each character. Like some characters have dashes, some characters have runs, some characters have don't even have dashes, aka Taker. They just have a super jump, and that's about it. That's all they can do. You have to learn your specific character's approach options, okay? So, for example, Ragnar can get in pretty quickly because he has a run. So, as soon as he gets in, he's in already. The thing is, in this game, there's many multiple options to get to approach, okay? Not just running. There's also air approach, like air dashes, which is pretty popular in anime fighting games, of course. So, like, super jumping, you can air dash, you can do whatever you'd like. You have to learn your specific character's approach options. For example, Ragnar, of course, has run, and you can do a crazy far range 5B. That's an approach option. You can also super jump and go for a JC, a jumping C, and which has really good range, and that's another way you can approach, okay? Or you can actually go for an air dash and go for a JB for a cross up or a non-cross up, you know what I mean? So there's many different options for a character. Now, the other characters are a little bit more limited than characters like Ragnar to approach. Like, for example, Tager. I almost call him Potemkin for some reason. I was about to trigger a lot of people. So, like Tager doesn't have a dash. He doesn't have a dash. He doesn't have a run. All he can do is walk forward like this. So, most Tager players, what they do... Let me actually pick Tager real quick so I can show you guys. Yeah, so Tager doesn't have a run and he doesn't have a dash. He has a back dash and a super jump. So that's one of your options to do that. Now, but it also depends on the character's gimmicks as well. The gimmicks is magnetism, so he can bring people in closer because he doesn't have a dash or a run. He could also super jump, and you just have to learn your character's approaches, okay? If your character has a run, you're probably gonna have an easy time approaching, you know what I mean? It's up to the opponent to keep you out. A good option for approaching as well is, when you run in, press a button to cover yourself, or even have a projectile to cover yourself. Some characters have a projectile option to cover their approach. Jin, however, doesn't have that, but he has very far range normals, just like Ragnar, like 5C, and he has a really good jump in. So you super jump and you go for J2C, which is one of the best approaching options Jin has. So you just have to learn your specific character's approach options. I can name a few others, like Makoto has a fireball. She can do a fireball. Her JC is pretty decent as well. Her 5B has pretty decent range too. Of course, fireball, there's a lot of options. You have to just learn with your character. It's a little bit more character specific. So approaching in this game can be a little difficult. If you guys want to learn more information, I know that I have a really good friend. His name is Raiden. If you guys don't know him already, he has a pretty decent guide on how to approach in this game. I'll link it. Well, here it is right here. He's just, click on there and it'll take you to the guide. If not, then it's in the description below. It'll take you to his little guide that he made. It's pretty good. So send my hellos over to him. The third tool that you're going to be needing in Blazblue is, of course, pressure. This is pretty much essential for any fighting game, but in this game it's very, very essential because any anime fighting game really relies a lot on, okay, what's the mix-up? Is he gonna go high or low? That's really big in this game. Of course, pressuring does not have to consist of high-low mix-ups, of course. It could also consist of frame trapping, stagger pressuring, which is leaving big gaps in between your pressure to make them think that they can challenge, but you can actually hit them out of the startup of their move. Of course, that's a frame trap, but stagger pressuring is a little bit different, but it's similar. So, yeah, pressure, and it's not just that, but in regular fighting games, normally it's a patience game. You have to just keep blocking until you either see the overhead or the low coming, and then you wait to punish. That's essentially the golden rule of any fighting game. In this game, it's a little different, or any anime fighting game in general, because most moves in this game, like normals, can actually be jump cancelable on block. So for example, if Jin is blocking stuff, I can do a 6A, which actually is unsafe on paper, but I can actually jump cancel and get myself out of the situation where he can punish me. So pressure is really, really important in this game because of that. Okay. So because I told you guys that, you guys need to learn your specific characters' pressure options. For example, Noelle has some pretty new ones in the Blaze Green in general. So for example, she has her jabs. Her jabs or lights are really good, especially 2A, because 2A is really fast. It also has a lot of range. So your lights, pressuring them with lights is great because lights are also jump cancelable, so you can get out of there at any moment. And also you can just start off, you can actually link your overheads or your lows from lights as well. So, and then she also has the big pressure tools, which is like her 2C, which actually is +1, which means I'm at advantage at +1. I'm at an advantage. You cannot touch anything unless you IB it, but that's getting complicated. But anyways, I have frame advantage here, which means that I can get more pressure after 2C. This is 2C right here. It's +1, so you cannot do really anything because I'm going to be pressing a button afterwards and challenging whatever you're trying to challenge with. So there's that kind of pressure, and there's also stagger or light pressure, pressuring with light attacks. I'm sorry, can't talk today. Just learn your character's pressure options, and then after that you have to learn to confirm your pressure. So for example, we'll be doing random. How about this? So you see how right there he didn't block at that point, but he didn't block, he's now blocking here. He's okay, there we go. I opened him up right here. So turn the bot on to random just to see, and you have to visually confirm where you can get your pressure. So like, okay, so I got the confirm there. Nice. Next time. Nice, I got the confirm there as well. There we go. Essentially, you're just trying to see visually react to the hit animation so you can keep going with a combo. So for example, there you go. I got the combo. All right. This is advanced stuff. But anyways, that's mostly what you got to be doing. Confirming your pressure and using your pressure tools. So other way around, sorry. Using your pressure tools and confirming off of your pressure tools into damage. That's going to really, really, really determine, or not determine, but it's going to really help out your game if you can somehow get it down consistently. So as soon as you get that down consistently, your game is going to improve a lot, because that means that you're going to be poking them until eventually you get the hit. Just like that. Eventually you're going to get the hit. Eventually you're going to deplete their health gauge, and that's what they're most scared of. So pressure tools and confirming is really, really important. All right, so the fourth tool is anti-airs. Anti-airs are super important in this game because you can air dash, you can super jump, and people usually just take flight. Players in this game take flights, and usually in any anime fighting games, but this one definitely in particular, because in this game you have a lot of freedom in terms of your air movements. So it's really important to get down your anti-air. Let's see S. S has a couple of anti-air options. She has a DP, she has 2C, and she has 6B, which both reach up in the air to snatch them out of the air and essentially just defend against yourself from the air. So learning your character's anti-airs is super, super important. So for example, let's say they're jumping everywhere and they want to get a hit in. Learn your anti-air options. If you want to play with S, her anti-air options 6B. 6B. Whoopsies, I always get that wrong. There we go. 6B, very strong. DP. DP is fully invincible, so if they try to jump in on you or they try to approach you from the air, you can just hit them out with a DP. So learning the anti-air is really, really important with this game. Learn your anti-airs, guys. Alrighty, so the fifth and final tool for the five tools. This is a little bit more complicated, so if you guys don't really understand at first, it's okay. You can definitely just learn the game a little bit more and come back and learn a little bit more about this tool right here. So no need to fret. Definitely Oki. Oki is a very important tool in this game, or just in anime fighting games in general, or in fighting games in general. Okay, we'll say fighting games in general. But in anime fighting games is very good and specific because and especially in Blazblue. Blazblue, there's 4 or 5 different get up options. So you can actually, once they are knocked down to the floor, you have different options at this point, okay? You can roll forward, roll backward, neutral tech, which you just tech in place, and you'll stay right back on your feet, or you quick get up. You quick get up or don't get up at all. So 5 different options, but we're just going to be going over 4 of them because those are the 4 big ones, okay? We have forward roll. Forward roll is mostly used for situations where you're in the corner. For example, like let's say I'm playing Naoto here, and I'm gonna go for like a meaty 5B. How about that? See, I can't get him. He rolled forward. Now he's out of the corner. So that's the mix-up right there. Is he gonna go for a roll? Is he gonna go for a regular tech? He'll tech in place and allow me to keep pressuring him with my 5B. That's the mix-up. Now, there's things to prevent these rolls from happening, okay? That's called the Oki tools, okay? Pick up OTG in a way. It's off the ground normals that you can use for you to prevent them from going anywhere. With Naoto, 2A is actually really good. 2B is pretty good as well. 2B because they both scoop on the ground. You see how they slide on the ground right there? That means that they can pick them up from the ground. So for example, if Ragna tries to escape, I do 2B, they can't escape from my 2D, because when you roll, you are technically vulnerable to any attacks that scoop on the ground. Now 2A seems to be the best one because 2A is really fast and you can react to whatever they're doing. And so for example, 2A is my favorite Oki tool for Naoto. It's not the best, but it's something. That's what it is right there. You get a free combo essentially. You see how he tried to roll away right there, and I still caught him. So if they try to roll away, that's what's going to happen. Those are Oki tools. So I suggest experimenting with your character, what their Oki tools are. For example, Ragna has 2B, Jin has 5C and 2A, which can catch rolls backwards and forwards. Oh, let me actually show you guys when they roll backwards. When they roll backwards, you can still get them. See that? So 2A is actually pretty good for Naoto because it can actually option select both rolls at the same time. So it can cover both options, backward roll and forward roll. So try not to roll too much with Naoto. That's what Okis essentially are, okay? And then there's also like other options like quick get up. Quick get up is you don't roll forward or backwards. You just quickly get up without even teching. And that usually catches the attacker off guard, and you can retaliate with your own mash. So for example, like this, they quick get up like that. It's pretty quick. But you could also like blow it up with the 2A because you're not invincible. You see that right there? I caught him I messed up my combo, but for the most part, I caught him getting up like that. Now the safest option to do here, okay, when you're on the ground is neutral teching. So if you neutral tech, you're fully invincible until your feet hit the ground, okay? If you hold down a button while you're knocked down, you will tech on the ground, and you'll do like this front flip, and then you'll land on your feet. Until you land on your feet, you're completely invincible. So there is setups, however, to blow this up by, of course, this is the most safest option because you can't get comboed off of it. But, however, once you neutral tech, the opponent can see that, and they can go for pressure, incoming pressure, whether it be a mix-up, meaties, a grab, anything like that, because until you hit the ground, you cannot do anything. So, you see that right there? Let's see. Bam, neutral tech. Until you hit the ground, you're completely invincible. That's usually the safest way, but you have to have some pretty godlike defense to sustain the incoming pressure that the attacker is about to put on you. So yeah, Oki tools, very, very, very important in this game, especially if you're in the corner, in the mid screen. So good Oki tools, very, very important. Please learn your character's Oki tools. And those are pretty much the 5 essential tools. Let's go over them once more, actually. Of course, the first one is combos. You have to learn your combos. If you don't learn your combos, you're not gonna get too much damage. Well, I guess you can get like damage off of like regular random hits, but you know, who wants to do that? I don't want to do that. So you learn your combos with your characters. Like for example, with Naoto, he has a pretty simple combo now. Wow, I keep messing it up. What am I doing? I'm not this bad, I promise. Maybe I am. Never mind. So yeah, so learn your combos, of course. Make sure you get them consistently on the left side and on the right side, because you never know which side you're gonna be on, and who knows, maybe you like the left side better and the right side better. But if you want to get better, you want to be good at both sides. Okay. Your approach options. Naoto, for example, has a run, so he can run in and get some meaty setups, like with 2B. 2B is pretty good. You can do air dashes. JC is pretty good with the Naoto, and JB, because JB can also cross up. So yeah, those are pretty good approach options. Approaching is very important. Make sure you learn that for your character. Third option, of course, is pressure tools. Pressure tools, like if they're blocking and you have to learn to open them up to see if you can get some damage. So like, you see how this is right here. Mostly some pressure options. Make sure some things are jump cancelable on block. Make sure you have certain tools that you can use for pressuring. So for Naoto, for example, he's a little bit more difficult, but for example, Naoto can also, he can do any of his D moves into dash up, and you keep pressuring until you finally get the hit. So Naoto has some of that. So learn your pressure tools and learn your confirms as well. Learning your pressure and your confirms will really step up your game, your Blazblue game, because if you learn the pressure, it means that you're pushing their, you're just testing them until they, to see when they're going to push a button so you can convert that into damage, essentially. And that's when you're going to win, when you start converting things into damage. As soon as you do that, you'll be good. Fourth option, definitely anti-airs. Start anti-airing more. Make sure you learn your character's anti-airs. Naoto has a pretty good 5B for anti-air, so like, because you know how it reaches up in the air, so it's pretty good for that. Learn the confirms off of the anti-air as well. He also has 2C. You can do that. So yeah, Naoto has some pretty good anti-airs. So learn your character's anti-airs, because you want to stop them from approaching you from the air, because that's usually the strongest option, approaching from the air, because they don't see it coming. So learn your character's anti-airs, go to training lab, and make sure you can consistently pull off your anti-airs off of jumps. So anti-air is very important. And the fifth option, of course, is the Oki tools, the Okizeme, the actual full name for it. So like if you have them knocked down, what's the mix-up for them getting up? For them getting up, what is the mix-up? Yeah, like that. Whoops, I messed up. I messed up, guys. Hold on. I have to get a proper example. Oh, I don't think that's jump cancelable, actually. Yeah, it's not. Okay, never mind. I thought it was jump cancelable for some reason. Whoops. But anyways, learn your combos, learn your Oki tools. Make sure you know what to stop them from their get up. What their get up move is going to be. Is it going to be attack, or is it going to be a roll? What is it, or a quick get up? You have to learn all your character's options so you can get them from the ground. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for me today. Let me know if I missed anything or if you have any questions about anything. I know if some people aren't really familiar with the terms, they'll be a little confused, but it's okay. I'm going to be making a guide on more of the terminology side on certain things and things you need to look out for, like especially the notations, like on the number pad, the notations. I already made a video on that, but I'll do it again if I really have to. Also, like terminology like frame traps, Okizeme, a bunch of these terms. I'll be making some more guides in the future referencing those. So anyways, guys, I hope you guys learned something, at least something. And these are the 5 tools that I like to use whenever I pick up a new character. What are their Oki tools? What's their pressure? What are their combos that I can consistently pull off? The anti-airs and the approach options that the characters have. Those are the 5 tools that you will need to learn. And as soon as you learn these tools and you lab them out and you know, become good at these options, your Blazblue game is gonna step up. Hopefully this guide helped you out, and I'll be making more of these, of course, now that Blaze Green is out. And yeah, that's gonna be it for me today. I will see you guys in the next one. I'm signing off. If you guys want to see more, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, of course. I really enjoy making these videos, and I want to help out the AFGC community as much as possible. There's not too much content out there, so I want to be doing as much as possible on my end. Try to help other people out. So thank you everybody for watching. I will see you all in the next video. We'll see you guys later. Peace out.